Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's had a fantastic day. Lots of good food, maybe a little shopping, some football. Now we're going to do some breaks. Yeah, that's my idea of a good Thanksgiving. All right, so we've got two breaks tonight. There is a case of autographed full-size football helmets and a half case of Heritage high number baseball. That's what's on tap for tonight. As we normally do, we're going to go over a little bit of information before we start ripping into things. So let's get that up on the screen here. And basically, this one's a pretty easy one. Thank you. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving, right? So that should definitely be the first thing is thank you for being here. I do always appreciate those of you who bid and break and chat with me and keep me company and all sort of that. And the other note there is just about feedback. And that's just simply to let you know that my feedback is automated on eBay. That way you don't ever have to wait on me to get caught up and find time to leave it. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get the same in return. Here's what it looks like in the days ahead. Tomorrow night, we're just going to do one break, and that's our new release product of Absolute Basketball. We'll break it by the full case. On Saturday, we're going to break a half case of Flawless Baseball and a full case of Immaculate Football. On Sunday, it's a half case of Leaf Autograph Mini Football helmets, half case of Gold Label Baseball, and 5 boxes of Topps Dynasty Baseball. Those are loose boxes, but they are in a case quantity. You'll note there are some other things there that are also loose boxes from a shared case. Those are noted there out next to each one and should, I believe, they're noted in the listing description the same way. On Monday night, we will start early at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We do have a new release for Monday, which is Rookies and Stars Football. We'll break that by the full case as well as a half case of Immaculate Football and a half case of Leaf Autograph Football jerseys. On Tuesday night, we're going to open another case of Leaf Autograph full-size helmets, more Flawless Baseball, and an inner case of Playbook Football. All right, for tonight, our free shipping break is the full-size helmet break. If you get lucky enough to hit one of those this evening, you can expect it to ship and be on the way to you no later than Thursday, the 5th of December, which is a week from today. Often it goes sooner, sometimes it goes a lot sooner, but it really should not be any later than that. If you get skunked in the helmet break tonight, meaning your team is not one of the teams pulled, your consolation card or cards typically I would hold until your next package ships. And that's just simply because it is a free shipping break. If, however, you would like to have it sent sooner, all you need to do is hit me up and let me know. I will take care of it for you. Our Heritage high number baseball is the second break tonight. Expecting that to get out the door approximately Monday. As always, if I can get something out sooner, I will. And there's a ton of cards in that break, so I don't think we're going to have any need for consolation cards in regard to Heritage high number. So first up is our 3-box case of 2019 Leaf Autograph full-size football helmets. This is a full case. It's break number 2. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay. Thursday night, the 28th of November, Thanksgiving. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side. And for those of you who might have jumped in after I got rolling, happy Thanksgiving to you. I know people jump in and out of here all the time. So if you missed me saying it earlier, happy Turkey Day. And last little piece of business, I'm going to get rid of autofocus. It is really annoying, that autofocus. So we're not going to use it. What do you think about that? Yeah, we're going to do it differently. Make it more, less zooming in and out. Jay Allen is here, TNT 681. And Nicholas, hi guys. TNT, you only got one team in the full size, so you need some Turkey Day luck. All right, we'll see what we can do. I got to get them out of this case first. This is like a gigantic case these things come in. Which I guess, you know, you would expect it to be, considering it has 3 full-size football helmets in it. All right. I'm going to extract them one at a time from this case because they don't all fit on the table at once anyway. Well, actually, let's get the big box out of the way. Okay, that'll make it slightly more manageable. I think. We're going to try to open them this way so that you can kind of see it as it comes out of there. Sometimes that works, and sometimes I end up, you know, knocking the camera over. Or the tripod, I should say. J. Allen, you need Phillies, Rangers, and Royals in Heritage. And you're exhausted from cooking all day, plus you had to get up early. Oh, so you're going to have to go to sleep early. I got you. You cooked all day, though. That's nice. Igniter is here, too. Hi, Igniter. Oh, Joe, I got you. You just signed in under a different account tonight. That's okay. So that's why it's showing up as TNT. I got you, my friend. I got you. Well, that happens to the best of us. From time to time. Oh, man. I just knocked that empty box right into a stack of my own personal cards that I was sorting. And I tossed that empty box and hit it right into that stack of cards. See, that's what I get. But I didn't want to sort my own cards on the sorting table because I didn't want them to get mixed in. First out, you probably saw it on the top, written on the top of that inner box. It is Odell Beckham Jr. for the Giants. And the COA, I have to extract that as well, because that was oddly enough in a little plastic pouch, like they put an address label in on the top of the box. So there's our Beckett COA, our Beckett sticker there on the back, and one more look at it. Our first full-size helmet out tonight is Odell Beckham Jr. for the Giants. Now I got to get Odell put back out of the way, and then we'll open up the second one. All right, let's just get him all the way out of the way. All right, let me grab our second one. You said, oh, snap, throwback. Yeah, it definitely was a throwback helmet on that one. Well, they probably, got a bunch of this signed before people got traded, and then they get traded, and there you are. So they're going to do something with them every time. They're never going to just say, oh, they got traded and toss them, I did not do a good job getting the plastic off of that, did I? That's all right. We're going to get in there one way or another. I'm just apparently taking the slow and painful route tonight. What's harder to do when it's on its side, but... Oh, maybe that makes it worth it. Did you see whose name's on the lid of that? Yes, indeed, friends. We've got ourselves a little Joe Montana coming out of here for the Niners. So maybe we take the OBJ on the prior team with a grain of salt. Because the next one out is this beauty, which I will eventually extract from the back. My God, I'm struggling tonight. I ate too much, and I don't guess my brain or my arms or anything else is working. So there is your Joe Montana autographed helmet for the 49ers. Got a little Beckett COA there on the front, a Beckett sticker on the back that matches it, and then we'll give you one more look at Mr. Montana's signature there. Helmet number 2, Niners. Hi, Tyler, by the way. Oh, Richard had the Browns, and then the OBJ was on the Giants helmet. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That does blow. All right, let me get Montana out of the way. we've got one more. I just carried both of those first two all the way out of here, so I don't go tossing them into my stack of Steelers cards again. Oh, Igniter, you're looking for Troy Aikman. Boy, Cowboys and Bills today. What the what? Like, I know the Bills have been playing pretty well lately, but I did not expect them to come in there and just kind of beat the Cowboys like a drum, honestly. So, yeah, there you go. Which helps the Eagles out, I guess, as far as playoff hopes go. Come on, box. Yeah, much easier to do when they're not on their side. Michael Thomas. The Saints, who are playing tonight as we speak. Come on, Michael Thomas. Oh, I just hit the camera, but I didn't knock it all the way over that time. Yeah, I really don't like doing these this way. It's easier to lift them out. I don't know why I decided to get all fancy. I thought, oh yeah, we'll do them this other way. It'd be much better. No, it's not. It's worse. It takes longer. It makes a mess. I don't like it. And they've got our little plastic bag tied in a knot. Who does that? Alright, well, we may just go right on through that, because I'm not going to spend 20 minutes trying to untie a knot on that bag. Oh my goodness. I don't know that I have ever struggled so much to get helmets out of packaging as I have tonight. Good Lord. One of those days. There is your signature, Michael Thomas, for the Saints. Your Beckett certificate, handily in the side, and the little Beckett COA there on the back. So we are 49ers and Saints and Giants tonight for our helmets. All right, I'm going to try to get Michael Thomas back in this bag with that stupid little knot and set it out of the way. And then we're going to be off to the races with baseball. Okie dokie. A little Heritage high number. I'm going to put the spreadsheet up in a minute, but while I'm up, I just thought I'd go ahead and grab these. Get them ready to go. And now we'll get our little spreadsheet information back up. I did hit that camera, didn't I? Whopped it pretty good. It's all crooked. Crazy. Okie dokie, kids. If you didn't catch it earlier, there's the deal. We should have helmets out no later than a week from today. Could be sooner, won't be later. If you got skunked in the helmet break, hit me up and let me know. If you want your consolation card sent by itself, otherwise, it will ship out with your next package. And our paid shipping break, Heritage high number, should be on the way Monday, roughly. If I can get it out to you sooner, I will. And we don't have to worry about consolation cards in this one because there's lots of cards in Heritage high number. This is a 6-box half case break. Also ended tonight, Thursday night the 28th, Thanksgiving. Orioles were unsold. Nobody gave them a forever home. So all the Orioles cards will stay here and join their brothers on Card Mountain. Everybody else, you're going to see your username across from your team. All right. We haven't opened this in a long time. And I'm going to have to refresh my own memory about what we're going to find in here. Basically, it's going to be one autograph or one relic card per box. That much we know. it also makes the camera give me weird colors. The color design that's on this box is kind of funky, and it gives us, I'm still trying to get this back in the right order or set up properly. So yeah, it is going to give a little color distortion. I don't know what to tell you about that. There's just certain colors that when the camera reads them, it just makes a mess of it. But hopefully it won't be too bad once we get the card itself up in front of the camera. It's another reason I don't use autofocus. I like to change it up so we look up close at our stuff, and since that throws the background out of focus a little, sometimes that works to our advantage. Of course, we have our box loaders in here too, and they can be a variety of things. Our first one is one of the 50th anniversary cards. So this is an original 1970 card. So yeah, it's miscut terribly. It's got really, bummed up corners. It's been well handled and well loved. And that's what happens with these original cards. But that's what they are. They're the original card, then updated with that 50th anniversary stamp. So that is our first box loader of the night. You said you're never going to get a full-size helmet. Oh, man. No, I'm sorry. Those are hard to hit, aren't they? They are hard to hit. Doc, you had the Cowboys winning by 10 today, or you had the Bills winning by 10 today? What was your prediction on that? Oh, Richard, you said you were staring at the name on the box, thinking it was gonna be a Browns helmet, and then when it came out as a Giants helmet, you said that's just your luck. Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. That's a terrible way to have your Thanksgiving go, isn't it? Nobody likes that. I'm sorry, brother. Jay Allen says he needs autographs for Phillies, Rangers, and Royals. All right. Oh, and Nicholas, if you want the Orioles, I don't know, man. Do you have anything else shipping from tonight? Or I think that's base, and I always think that Gio Gonzalez is an image variation, and then is it or isn't it? I think it is. It's one that I always look at and try to decide if it is or it isn't. I think it is. I'm going with it is. It's a variation, an image variation, I believe, for Gio Gonzalez and the Brewers. But Nicholas, if you don't have, if you have something else going tonight, we could probably do it for I don't know, $4 or $5. If you don't have anything else going tonight, maybe $6 or $7, something like that. But you can let me know. Yes, you're right on, guys. The high number short print, which I sometimes call image variation because I'm not paying attention because there are action image variations in here. But obviously that was not an action shot, but it just was an image variation, which again can be a high number short print. So these scratch off games, we're going to find plenty of these little bad boys, and they look like that. And they always have that really heavy crease in the fold. And they're not numbered or anything, but they are, kind of cool. So, for whatever that might be worth. All the cards do ship in this occasionally, especially since I have not opened this in a while. I may miss a variation as it goes by. I could miss an image variation or a high number short print or something of that sort. If I do, you're still obviously going to get it. All the cards are shipping, but if I catch it, I'll call it. If you catch it and I haven't called it, feel free to jump in and let me know. Just understand that there is a little bit of a delay in chat. So for me to go back and dig it out, it would help if you say oh, it was right before or right after, XYZ. All right, numbered to 99. There's our hit out of box number 1. It is a Clubhouse Collection relic piece of the baseball bat, Albert Pujols and the Angels. See, this Yusei. I always think Yusei is something, and he's not anything either. So that's what happens sometimes, especially when it has been a while since I've opened something. which we didn't open a lot of this this year. I had someone wanted to buy the full cases and made me a very good offer on them, so I sold a lot of the Heritage High Number that I had as sealed cases this year. So there's a black border variation. So guys, the black border variations are not numbered, but Topps does generally release the print run on them, so you kind of know what their number, how many there are, even though they are not numbered. And I believe it's 50 this year for the black borders. It's another hit for the Angels. That one is Tommy La Stella. So yeah, I've been on a mission here this last, I don't know, week or 10 days or so. I have got so much stuff just here, both loose boxes and sealed cases. I mean, just such a tremendous amount of stuff. And I don't want it all here at the end of the year, because you know what that means. Then you have to pay taxes on it just because you own it at the end of the year. And so I have been on a mission to get rid of a lot of it. I have sold out a ton of stuff, but we do still have some older stuff. I've just got to decide if I'm going to get it worked into our breaks over the course of the next few weeks, or if I'm going to sell it out. I don't know. So you saw a Now and Then go by. It's an insert set that we'll see plenty of as we go along through this break. They are typically not numbered or anything, but if we do come across one that is a further variation, I will point it out and let you know, of course. Yeah, I was really amazed, honestly, when I started going through to try to see what all was here. I mean, some of you know what it's like, because I'll find stuff like months later that just got shoved to the back when new stuff came in, and I'll be like, oh, I just found a case of, you know, blah, blah, blah. So when I really, you know, we made a concerted effort about 2 weeks ago to try to inventory that sort of stuff, it was crazy. There's a nice little action image variation, and it happens to be for the hottest rookie around, Pete Alonso and the Mets. So the Mets are happy with a nice little action image variation headed your way. That's probably worth the price of admission right there. If you bought the Mets tonight out of the first box, anything else we get for you is going to be gravy. That should pay the bills, so to speak. Yeah, next year's going to be crazy. Of course, they held back some of our rookies, as you know, to put their actual rookie cards starting next year in 2019 Series 1. Yordan Alvarez is one. Bo Bichette is another. There's a handful of them. So it's going to be crazy next year. That is just base for Marwin Gonzalez. Because, you know, some of that stuff normally is not as exciting as maybe, you know, Update and some of the things that come along towards the end of the season. But I think it's going to be pretty much fun. Looking for Bichette and Alvarez anyway. That's my take on it. All right, so that wraps us up with box number 1. Here comes box number 2. I'd like to open more of most stuff, but I just run out of hours in the day. Not for the opening. The opening part's easy, relatively speaking. The breaking and the listing and the invoicing and all that. I mean, it takes time, but it's manageable. But the sorting and the shipping of stuff that is base card heavy, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe how long some of that takes sometimes. And that's where you run into problems because of that. So I can't always break as much of some stuff as I would like. The Phillies get our next original card, just like our other one. It is horribly miscut and well-loved is the nice way to say it. But nonetheless, it is an original 1970s card box loader for the Phillies. I have some Heritage Minor League, too. I'm trying to decide what to do with it. Do you guys like breaking Minor League, those of you who are here with me tonight? That's the only Minor League product I ever break is Heritage Minor League. And some years I break it, some years I open it myself, and some years I sell it as a case. And I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with this year's yet. But of course, Wednesday, oh man, we are going to be so busy Wednesday. First of all, Bowman Draft Baseball is coming out, which is a very base card heavy product. And also, let's check on old, nope, Dwight Smith is base. And also, Prism Basketball, that's another base heavy. And Elite Extra Edition Baseball, fortunately not as many cards in that. And Obsidian Football are all coming out Wednesday. And that's on top of on top of Absolute, which comes out tomorrow, and Rookies and Stars, which comes out Monday. We got all that other stuff coming on Wednesday of next week. I mean, it will be, I bet you it will take, even if I do half cases of some of it, which I will, I'll probably do a half of Prism, and I'll do a half of Bowman Draft, and a full Obsidian, and maybe even a half of Elite Extra Edition. I bet you it still will take 3.5 hours to do that break. It's going to take forever. Just going to take forever. Jay Allen says, sell that Heritage Minor League. He doesn't want it. All right, my friend. I hear you loud and clear on that one. I actually kind of like breaking it. I don't as much like sorting it, but that's just because it takes me longer. I don't have all of the team affiliations memorized. And sometimes you have to think through that, especially if a player's been traded. It's not as quick and easy to sort without me remembering where all of the different teams, who their parent clubs are. Remember a lot of them, but not all of them. Don't open it enough to have it fully committed to memory, unfortunately. I think I see a chrome parallel peeking out down there. So we'll have a little of that coming across. There are chrome that are refractors, and then there are chromes that are flat, not refractors. They're numbered differently based on whether or not they refract, but of course we'll flip it over and check it out when we get it. Another scratch off. This one, of course, headed to the Yankees with Mr. Aaron Judge. Maybe like to $9.99 or something might be the non-refractor version. Something like that. I'm like $5.70 or something to the other one. That ought to be Action Image Variation. That's your rookie for the Red Sox, Michael Chavis. And sure enough, it is. So nice little rookie hit there for Boston. Oh, we got a mini. And our mini is Victor Robles for the Nats. You know I love the minis. They always make me smile. That is numbered to 100. We haven't seen our hit yet, have we, out of this box? No, not yet. It feels like we should be farther along, doesn't it? We got an autograph. Yay. Dakota Hudson, St. Louis Cardinals. As you know, the relics come out more frequently than the autographs, so nice to see a little ink there. Well, I should say in this product. In Heritage and Heritage High Number, you tend to get more relics than autographs. Obviously not in every product. Award winners. I think we've seen maybe a couple of those inserts as we've gone along as well. Again, they're typically unnumbered. If we see something that varies from that, of course, I'm going to point it out and let you know. We ate at Cracker Barrel today for Thanksgiving. You know, they have a really nice little Thanksgiving meal there. Man alive, was it crazy in that place. Like, it's always somehow really crazy in Cracker Barrel. And we do this often on Thanksgiving or Christmas and Christmas. But man, even I was shocked at how busy it was. We tried to go earlier and it was no better. There it is, Mr. Yasiel Puig, Cincinnati Reds on the front of that one. And it is numbered to 569, our refractor chrome variation. And again, when we find some of those that are not refractors, they're going to be higher numbered, 999, I think. We got a different box loader here, one of our Super Baseball cards, which is just a big, oversized card. They're kind of fun, though. I like them. So that's our first one of these that we have seen tonight. Let's see who's on it. You have the San Francisco Giants with a little Willie Mays. So, nice box loader there for the Giants. Of course, now that's not an actual signature. That's a printed on signature, right? So, a facsimile signature, if you will. I figure I better point that out just in case somebody's not familiar. I did have that happen once when somebody really, wasn't a baseball person. They normally broke other sports and jumped into a baseball break, and it happened to be, I don't remember if it was Archives or what it was, but one that had a lot of those facsimile signatures, so it probably was Archives, and they were thinking they were getting, tons of autograph hits. I felt really bad when I had to say, whoops, no, sorry, those are printed on, not actual autographs. So I try not to take it for granted that you would know, but yet you probably do if you're in this break. Would be my guess anyway. Boy, we're doing really well with our action image variations. First, we hit Alonso a minute ago. Now we're going to hit Tatis for the Padres. So we are really hitting some nice rookie variations in here. It would be unusual to find maybe one of those per case. To find two of them in a half case is quite good. So Padres and Mets, congrats on those. Now we just need to find Baby Vlad and Eloy and a couple of guys like that. This is the chrome parallel that is the non-refractor Dodgers A.J. Pollock and numbered to 999. Which, believe it or not, once upon a time would have been considered a low-numbered card. Some of you probably remember that when we were coming out of that period where there was what many people would refer to as the junk wax period, where there were just so many companies mass producing everything. It was insanity. It made nothing, nothing was worth anything because there was so much of it. And coming out of the end of that period, they started then with, some numbered cards, and even some numbered cards in that time frame, very high numbered. But even so, were like gold then, even when they were high numbered, because it was so unusual to hit them. And then eventually we worked our way around to autographs, and then relics, and then what we have today. So Edward, you are asking about the helmets. We had the Giants with Odell Beckham Jr. We had the 49ers and Joe Montana, and Michael Thomas and the Saints was the other one. Oh, and looks like someone's already answered that too, so thank you. You were on it. I didn't even notice there. Is that Dwyral? I'm sure I pronounced your username wrong. I'm sorry about that. But thank you for jumping in there and helping get that answered for Edward. Did you have any of those, Edward? You had several teams tonight, but I don't remember specifically which ones you had. Did you take home any tonight? Jay Allen, I did see the guy that you are referring to, and I put him in a little suspended state there and remove those comments. So yeah, I mean, that happens from time to time. Oh, you had the Saints. Excellent. Good. Good. You have been doing well on the helmets lately, Edward. Doing really well. There's another little scratch-off game here, and that one's headed to the Royals. It is Salvador Perez. Yeah, I don't know. Some people, that's just kind of how they get their kicks, I think. So I just ignore it and go on, but thank you, Jay Allen, also for flagging it. Tell you the only bad thing about going out to eat for Thanksgiving is you don't really have a lot of leftovers. Although maybe that's a good thing, because I would probably just eat them and eat them and eat them. So it might be a good thing that I don't have a lot of leftovers, but that's kind of the only downside to it. Although, as I said, maybe not a downside, because really, who wants to eat turkey every day for like a month? Not me, anyway. There is another high number short print. And that would be Mr. Victor Robles for the Nationals. Oh, I know, right? That 49ers helmet with Joe Montana was sweet. And didn't we hit him earlier out of something like recently, either the mini helmets or the jerseys? I want to say we hit Joe Montana again very recently out of something. But I don't recall which of the things it was, since we've kind of made the rounds of memorabilia in the recent weeks here. That's another thing I'm trying to work my way through. I found a bunch of autographed baseballs by the case. Some of them, I think, from last year. Some of them from early this year. So at some point, we're going to be breaking some autographed baseballs, either by the full case or the half case, sometime before the end of the year. Ozzie Albies is our hit, and it is a Clubhouse Collection relic for the Atlanta Braves. It held on until almost the end of the box there, didn't it? Came out almost at the very end. Jay Allen, you didn't cook turkey? Oh, you cooked a chicken. Nice. I like chicken. Honestly, I don't love turkey. I don't hate turkey, but I don't love turkey. But what they had for their little Thanksgiving meal today, it was turkey and ham. And then what all? Cranberry sauce and like a sweet potato casserole, pumpkin pie, and I forget what else. There's some, oh, cornbread and something else with that little meal there at Cracker Barrel. So it's a pretty good grouping of stuffing. Oh yeah, that was part of it. But it was a nice collection, just about the right amount to keep me from, overeating. There's the Mariners with our Super Baseball card and your rookie Yusei Kikuchi on the front of it. So does anybody have an update on the score of the Saints game at the moment? I know when I started the break it was 7-0 Saints, but I don't know. I'm sure it's probably changed some since then. I was glad they went and found the turkey leg for Josh Allen, though. After they told that story about, him saying when he was a kid that was what he always wanted to do, was play in a Thanksgiving game and win and get that turkey leg as an award. And then they weren't going to have it for that particular afternoon game, of course. And somebody went and found him a turkey leg that he could take a bite of. So I was glad they did. So he could live his childhood dream. It's now 17-6. Okay, yeah, so definitely not the same score. Saints are racking it up. New Orleans ahead. There's another high number short print. And that is Tehran, whichever, Guerrero for the Marlins. Now, see, I do remember a few of them from when we opened it before. A few of them still catch my eye, but they're literally, it is possible that there are some that are going past that I'm not catching, but again, with everything shipping, not to worry, you'll still get it. If you see it, you're going to get it. Well, Jay Allen, you're not wrong. Eating out, definitely, you always get more calories than when you cook for yourself, and that is a lot of my problem, too. I order in a lot, and we do eat out a lot. I cook some, but not as much as I should, frankly. So you had the right idea, losing some weight and eating at home, and it saves you money and everything else, too. The problem is, A, I don't really enjoy cooking a whole lot, and B, it takes a lot of time to do it and clean it up. And definitely that is in short supply, my time, unfortunately. And we have a little chrome non-refractor Phillies with Bryce Harper. It's going to be numbered to 999. And here's our hit for the box. It's Clubhouse Collection Relic for the Red Sox with Mr. Mookie Betts. Edward, you're out of here. All right, my friend. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you. And we will catch you the next time. I know Jay Allen's threatening to go to bed on us, too. He's got to get up early tomorrow. You said I need a chef and a sorter. Yeah, probably. Although, everybody probably prefers that I just order into my cooking. Truth be told, they're all like, yeah, thank God. Yeah, order it. No, I mean, I can cook. I just don't really enjoy it too much. But I would definitely take a sorter any day of the week. I tell you what, if I had somebody that could sort all these cards that I break, oh gosh, we'd break twice what we break, or more than twice what we break. But sadly, I do not. Oh, you're in bed already. You're just waiting to fall asleep. All right. Well, I've heard that before. He was waiting for me to put you to sleep. Well, I can do it. No fear, no worries. I can accomplish that. There is a Heritage high number short print for the Brewers. Gio Gonzalez, second one of those I think that we have seen. Yeah, I've gotten in that bad habit lately, too, of when we have the TV on. I used to always turn it off when, you know, I would start feeling tired, and then lately I've just left it on, and then, I don't know, then I wake up a couple hours later and the TV's blaring. I gotta not do that so much. Elvis Luciano, Toronto Blue Jays. That's our black border, and once again, those black borders are not numbered, but I believe Topps announced that they are produced at the rate of roughly 50. So I think we can reasonably assume that that's about what it is. Here comes an action image variation for the Phillies. This is JT Realmuto. I wish all that Heritage were all the action images. Those are my favorites. But then, of course, it wouldn't be Heritage because that's not the norm of the way cards were. Another scratch-off game. Twins. Jose Barrios. You said you can't sleep without the TV? Oh, I usually could. I used to never be able to sleep with it, and then somewhere along the way I started falling asleep with it on, and now I have made it a bad habit. Robert says the score is now 17-9. Nola. Thank you, sir, for that score update. I appreciate you. Oh, we already saw our hit in here. I'm thinking, where's our hit? I forgot we already pulled it. It was Mookie Betts. It took me a minute. All right, next to last box. Number 5 of 6. We're back to one of the original 1970 cards as our box loader. Definitely glad I don't have to go out tomorrow into the Black Friday fray, though. I'm going to be sitting right here sorting, happily sorting and shipping. I am not getting in that Black Friday mess. For the Red Sox, it is Dick Schofield, and yeah, same as. Well loved, terribly miscut. Thanksgiving's so late this year. It seems like that it should be, we should be closer to, well, we are closer to Christmas, I guess, by almost a week than we would normally be, but I don't know, somehow it just didn't really even feel like Thanksgiving today. It feels like I should already be like a week from Christmas. Yeah, Jay Allen, if you lived close to me, oh, I would recruit you, buddy. You know I would. I'd be paying you, and you'd be over here sorting cards all the time. You'd be like, oh my God, I'm sorry I volunteered. Yeah, it's a massive amount of them that goes out of here every week. But that means we've had a lot of fun in any given week, so that's the good news. And we have another Clubhouse Collection relic, so we've already found our hit out of this box, and that would go to the Padres with Eric Hosmer. Ooh, you had a good menu today then. Besides the chicken, you had some smoked pork tenderloin. Nice. We should have all gone to Jay Allen's house today and eaten Thanksgiving over there. Of course, you didn't invite us, but we should have shown up anyway, right? Wouldn't that be awful? Can you imagine? If you had, cooked for X number of people and all of a sudden here came like 6 or 8 more. That would just be terrible. Yes, we have already done the helmets, not Josh Ray. We hit Odell Beckham Jr. on a Giants helmet, Joe Montana for the 49ers, and Michael Thomas for the Saints. I know you're proud that I remembered all those. I am a little surprised I did too, but I did. That's what we hit tonight. Is that Boston Riley? Yeah, just base. You had enough food to have fed everybody? Well, dang, then we should have come over there then. Except, problem is, I'd have to, would have involved going to the airport and whatnot, but hey. When I was on my way back from dropping off my mother, I drove by a White Castle, which they are open on Thanksgiving. A lot of fast food isn't, but White Castle is, and I don't know, probably a couple others, but that's one I can always think of. There was a big line in the drive-thru at White Castle. I was shocked because I'm thinking, how many people really eat at White Castle on Thanksgiving? But I guess it's enough that they keep it open, so it shouldn't have been, I guess, that surprised, but I kind of was. Scratch off Elvis Andrus. That, of course, headed to the Texas Rangers. Not Josh Ray's on his way to Jay Allen's house. Exactly, right? I mean, that sounded good, didn't it? A Brendan Rodgers Chrome Refractor Rockies to 569. Yeah, I am always shocked at the fact that White Castle, I guess they don't really ever close, do they? Aren't they even open on Christmas? Or maybe not on Christmas, but they're open most of the time. But I was surprised how many people were in that drive-thru line. There were a ton of people doing carry-out today from Cracker Barrel as well. Like their full meals. They would, cook an entire meal and you could pick it up and take it home and not have all the work. There were a ton of people in there picking those up doing that. Padres with another action image variation. This one, your rookie Chris Paddock. Of course, you hit the biggie earlier with Tatis, and you can just add to your rookie action variation there with Chris Paddock. We are thinking about Last Box Mojo. We're almost there. And now we're there. So, it's Thanksgiving too. So it should be double Mojo, right? We should have Last Box Mojo and Thanksgiving Mojo all wrapped up into one. And maybe pull something exceptional out of here. That'd be good. Oh, you have your own dry rub recipe. Yeah, I think those probably, that's not something I certainly ever have claimed to do, but I do have one friend of mine who really loves to cook. Unfortunately, she lives in Texas, so I don't see her much. She used to live here, but hasn't for years. She and her husband, who is now deceased recently, but they both loved to cook. And they're, like what you're talking about. You would work on a recipe for a long time to get it exactly the way you want it. There's the Yankees and Aaron Judge. And they were very much like that. And they made everything. I mean, like they would make their own bread, their own cheese, their own everything. Because they just loved cook. So she said, I spoke to her to see if she was going anywhere. Because her husband has passed. And, I thought maybe she doesn't have any family there in Texas either. So I thought maybe some of her friends would have invited her over, or some of her neighbors or things, because she invites them over, and they've been, to have many meals at her house. And she said her one neighbor told her that she didn't want to, and she literally said to her, not like my friend asked to go or anything, the neighbor volunteered this, that she was going to cook a big meal, and she would have asked my friend to come, except she didn't think her cooking would be up to par, or something strange like that. I was like, I think I would have just said nothing if that was, if that was the way I felt about it. Because that's kind of bad, man. Like, you leave somebody just home by themselves for the holiday because you don't want to have them eat your cooking or something. I don't know. It was odd. I mean, it's fine if you feel that way, but maybe just don't say it. Oh, I would have invited you, except. Because then it's like, oh, well, thanks. To 999, that is Vlad Guerrero Jr. Chrome Variation. All right, last box, Thanksgiving double whammy mojo. Bring us something big out of here. We need a big hit. Bring on the big hits. Serve them up for Thanksgiving. Not yet, not yet. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Robert says they just named the first defensive lineman for the top 100 team, and it's Mean Joe Green. Yes, it is. Ha-ha. I love it. He should be the top defensive lineman for the 100th anniversary team. Yes, you go, Joe Green. Back in the good old Steel Curtain days. I feel like we're slowly but surely getting our defense moving back in the right direction. I gotta say, though, for the last 2 or 3 years, I've been really disappointed with our defense. Because, I mean, come on, that's what we were always known for, the Steelers. And to have it get to the point that it got to, I was really getting frustrated. Now it's starting to get itself turned back around, which is nice. I mean, primarily due to a handful of key players, but it didn't really matter the reason, I guess, as long as it's working. Now we just got to get our offense straightened out and see what Little Duck can do for us this weekend against the Browns. Jay Allen says, you're almost sleepy. You just need an autograph to help you sleep. Wouldn't an autograph wake you up more, though? Because when you get like a little burst of adrenaline if you hit it, I would anyway. Trey Mancini for the Orioles. Scratch off. So Yeah, I don't know. I hope Devlin does well this weekend. He certainly can't do any worse. I have to tell you, it was last few games for Mason have been pretty ugly. So, an action image variation for the Brewers with one Yasmani Grandal. Who'd he just sign with? Was it the White Sox? I know the Reds were trying to get him and didn't. I want to say it's the White Sox that got him, right? It always takes me a while to cement all these off-season trades in my memory. I wouldn't have minded to see him come back to the Reds, though, but I wouldn't mind seeing Didi Gregorius come back either, but apparently that's not going to happen either, so... Well, maybe this is going to be an autograph box. I haven't seen any relic yet. It is an autograph box. And it is the Twins. With Rod Carew. Ho-ho! Look at that, kids. Last box mojo. Last box Thanksgiving. Double whammy mojo. Worked out for us. Brought us Rod Carew for the Twins. I love that hit. Congratulations, Minnesota, eh? Love it, love it, love it. 2 autographs out of 6 boxes. I'll take it all day long. Not to mention our good rookie action image variations that we pulled for a couple of guys in there. Alonso and Tatis, among other interesting things. All right, let's do a little recapping here. Jay Allen's mad at me for not hitting more for him. Oh, man, I'm sorry, brother. I tried. Oh, that did not make you have a good Thanksgiving, did it? I'm sorry. All right, we have got scratch off for the Orioles with Trey Mancini. 1 for the Rangers, Elvis Andrus, and Jose Barrios for the Twins, the Kansas City Royals, Salvador Perez, New York Yankees, Aaron Judge, Tampa Bay Rays, and Blake Snell. Let's go ahead and do our box loaders, too, while we're at it. We've got the oversized Aaron Judge for the Yankees. We've got the original 1970 card for the Red Sox, the Mariners, an oversized with Kikuchi, the Phillies with a 1970 original, the Orioles with a 1970 original, and then an oversized Giants for Mr. Willie Mays. All right, number to 999, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Blue Jays. To 569, that's a refractor, Brendan Rodgers and the Rockies. To 999, Bryce Harper and the Phillies. 999, A.J. Pollock and the Dodgers. To 569, Yasiel Puig and the Reds. We've got, most of these are either action image or short print. So let me do a quick little... We're going to make this a little bit easier. So all of these are high number short prints, and I'm sure that there are probably, well, I'm not sure, but I imagine that there are more of these mixed in with the base over there that I just didn't catch as they go through. Of course, I'll catch it when they sort and all the cards ship, etc. So Gio Gonzalez Brewers, Victor Robles Nationals, Tayron Guerrero Marlins, and another Gio Gonzalez for the Brewers. Those are all high number quote-unquote short prints. Then we have a black border, which although it is not numbered, I believe is printed in a quantity of 50 according to Topps. Tommy La Stella for the Angels on the front of one of them. Elvis Luciano for the Blue Jays on the front of the other. And we had one mini in here, and that is for the Nationals with Victor Robles, and it is numbered to 100. Our action image variations, Yasmani Grandal for the Brewers, Chris Paddock, Padres, JT Realmuto for the Phillies, this nice little Tatis Jr. for the Padres, rookie Michael Chavis for the Red Sox, and that sweet, sweet little Pete Alonso for the Mets. All right, now let's look at our autograph and or relic hits. Rod Carew for the Twins. It's a nice hit. Clubhouse Collection relic, Eric Hosmer, Padres. A Clubhouse Collection relic for the Red Sox, Mookie Betts. Ozzie Albies Clubhouse Collection relic for the Braves. A signature for the Cardinals, Dakota Hudson, your rookie pitcher. And a numbered Clubhouse Collection relic /99 for the Angels with Albert Pujols. All right, there's the break and the recap, but I'm going to put up spreadsheet information one more time. Those of you who might not have caught it earlier, if you jumped in part of the way through or whatever the case may be, we're going to take a look at when you can expect your stuff to ship as well as what's coming up in the days ahead. So full-size helmets will be on the way to you no later than Thursday, a week from today, December 5th, if you hit one. If you didn't hit one, your consolation card or cards would typically be held and shipped with your next package. If you want it sent sooner, you just send me a message on eBay, let me know. I will get it out the door and on the way. We don't have to worry about consolation cards here in high number because all the cards ship. Everybody's got some. I expect it to be out the door and on the way to you Monday. If I can get it done sooner than Monday, I will gladly do so. But as it stands right now, that's my best estimate as to when you can expect it to be winging your way via the post office. So the breaks ahead. Tomorrow night, we've got one new release. It is Absolute Basketball. We're going to be breaking it by the full case tomorrow night. And on Saturday, are we not starting early tomorrow night? I'll have to double check that. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're starting at 9 just so we're doing the one thing. Normally I start early on new release days though, so I'll have to double check that one. On Saturday, Flawless Baseball by the half case, Immaculate Football by the full case. On Sunday, half case of autographed mini football helmets, half case of gold label baseball, and Topps Dynasty 5 loose boxes in a case quantity. Monday night, we're going to start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. There's one new release. It's Rookies and Stars Football. We will open a full case of that, along with a half case of Immaculate Football and a half case of Leaf Autograph Football jerseys. On Tuesday, we're going to open another case of Leaf Autograph full-size football helmets like we did tonight. More Flawless Baseball and an 8-box inner case of Playbook Football. So that is it for me tonight. That is all of the news and all the updates and all the breaking we have on this Thanksgiving. So thank you once again for being here. Always appreciate you spending part of your time and hard-earned money with me, bidding, breaking, chatting, etc. So once again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Stay safe tomorrow for Black Friday. Stay out of the mall so you don't get trampled. And we'll be back at it tomorrow night. Thank you, everyone. Bye now.